Today we're working on 7.5, and a lot of the same reasons, a lot of the same work we've been doing in the last couple of days with multiplying fractions. So multiplying fractions has been our purpose on this. This time we get to multiply between mixed numbers and whole numbers. And if you recall, a mixed number is when there is a whole and a fraction. So for instance, like 2 and 1/2 is a mixed number. Yes. And I have an example here. So you're going to see something like this. Last week, Sarah practiced the trumpet for 1 2/3 hours of an hour each day. What is the total amount of hours she practiced? And in between what two whole numbers does the answer lie is the other question. So a couple of things that I'm noticing here, just to be very clear on what's being asked, is when it says last week and each day, how many days are we talking about here? Yes, 7 full days, right? So that's our whole number, and our mixed number is 1 2/3, okay? Yes, sir. Tell me the multiplication equation here. This is not 12/3. Do you see the little space here? I know it's kind of hard to see maybe. This is 1 2/3. And I'll write it a little bit. Sometimes it's easier to see that way, right? Yeah. Good. So this has everything to do with place value once again. What I recognize that there's two place values. There's a ones place value, and that there's a fractions place value. This is why we've been doing partial products, partial quotients, talking about place value since the very beginning, right? Is recognizing those and being able to pull it apart. I think partial products would be the best work that you can do here, okay? So the way I would do it is pull this number apart into 1 2/3. So I could do 1 times 7 equals 7. And then 2/3 times 7 equals 14/3. 7 and 14/3 would be an okay answer. 7 and 14/3 is a mixed number and an improper fraction. 14/3 is an improper fraction. If you answered 7 and 4/3, that's like a 2+ in 4th grade. Okay, the standard is starting to increase a little bit. So what we can recognize is what? Yep. We can make 4 more holes. 3 times 4 is 12. And then once we get to 12, we can't really get another 3 out of that 14, right? So 4 2/3, right? And then to finish this equation, the best thing to do, help me out. Yeah, the 7 and the 4 2/3. I'm going to do a little alignment here, maybe. Nope. See if I can. Oh, no. Oh, the old smartboard, right? It's never the smartest smartboard. I'll just move this. 1 times 7 is 7. I want to align some things, I guess, is what I'm trying to do. Or maybe I'm just not as smart as the smartboard is the real trick, right? Thank you. 7. 1 times 7 is, so that's where we were at. So I've aligned my ones place. I don't really have to do anything with the fractions. So it's 2/3, and 7 plus 4 is 11. So for the week, Sarah practiced 11 2/3 of the week. Is everybody okay with that? It's hard to tell if everybody's okay because I got people with their hands in their desks and in their laps. Right? Awesome. So the other question is, between what two whole numbers does the answer lie? Here's the easiest thing. Tell me about it. Yeah, the two holes, and I like that. Take the fraction away. So that's the low hole. And then what's the next hole above that, right? It would be 12. And if you look at it on a number line, like was just explained, you'll see 11 and 2/3 lands between 11 and 12, right? Pretty simple with that, right? If it's an emergency, go ahead. And what's the total of, so here we go. You're going to have to do some conversion with this, right? So that 11 and 2/3, I'll just move it here, hours, right? What's the total amount of minutes she practiced? How many minutes are in an hour? 60, yep. So multiplying 60 times 11 would be very good. I know that 6 times 11 is 66, right? Place that 0. Great vocabulary right there. I appreciate that. And then the other part is like, what's 2/3 of 60, right? I know that 60, like if I divide 60 by 3 or 6 by 3 is what? What's 6 divided by 3? Yep, so I'm taking this 6 and dividing it by this 3, right? That's actually just 1/3. So I'd have to, yeah, so I'd have to do what I come up with here. Excuse me. Nope. This is actually just 1/3, 20 minutes. So if I were to do 6 divided by 3, that's 2, and then replace that 0 back onto it is 20. So 1/3 of 60 minutes is 20. If I do 2/3 of 60 minutes, that would be the same as multiplying that 20 by 2, right? Yep, which is 40. Okay. So that's my look here. So 40. So I'd have to add 40 to the 660, and it turns out to be 700 minutes. Then it says, what's the total amount of seconds she practiced? How do I convert from hours to minutes? How many seconds? And I'm sorry, going from, yep, 700 times 60, because we know that there's 60 seconds in a minute, right? To convert that. So what can we do? We can do the 7 times 6, which is 42. And then what else? Place back the 3 zeros on that, okay? Oh, there's 3 zeros. Good. Yes, 1, 2, 3. So there's, yep. So she practiced for 42,000 seconds, or 700 minutes, or 11 and 2/3 hours, or 11 hours and 40 minutes. All the same, right? Okay. Yes. Did she? No. But did you? Yes. Crazy. Okay, so you're gonna work. Your math journal page was 242 today. Make sure you start on page 240. 240, 241, 242. I will do some checking in just a little bit. I would like to see some. Um, yeah, I want to see some math journals actually. So I'm gonna do some math journal checking, and then oh, there was no mastery of this, so yeah, there was not mastery on this. I wonder what happened to. Yay! Love it. All right, can we do Lumos?